Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, another day that's going to get really hot. Fan on in the window. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, first I'm going to turn off the Bluetooth speaker in an effort to save the battery.
Power off.
So, that one's eventually going to die, at which point I'll have to get another speaker of some kind, won't I? Probably. Yay! Well, hopefully, if you're an American, U.S. citizen, I mean, you can be an American and be from anywhere in the, Western Hemisphere of the North America or South America. If you are a U.S. citizen, and you were out and about on the 4th, hopefully you were safe. And boy, it was a scorcher in this area. Ay, a lot to talk about that, but hopefully I'll be able to remember that and all the other things I want to talk about too. Because, oh boy, heat in the 4th is a big one that I want to talk about, because it's going to be short today. Because it was so hot, because of the heat and the sun and everything that was going on, I had to stay here. So first, I am thrilled, utterly and thoroughly, which I guess I should have expected this. I came in here this morning and my cat was sitting on my closed laptop. So I hope the weight of a cat on a laptop isn't bad, because right now I don't know how to stop her. So I'm going to have to find like one of my baskets and put over the top of it, if that fits, because I mean she's thin, but she's a cat, and still that's a weight. So that's joyous, but thumbs up for that. She's been very active and running around this morning, and yesterday was very active, but let's see if I can talk about some other things. Well, there is nothing, so I'm going to go, there is, but first I'm going to go straight into, I am going to die this summer. I can tell you that. Yesterday, it was hot out there. I did not go walkies because of the heat. I have water that I need to go and get more of, so I'm going to have to go walkies today. I need to buy things for me to eat. I need to buy things for my kitty cat. I need to do some more stuff for the guinea pigs downstairs. I need to clean the guinea pig cages and such like that. So today I got to do stuff. I don't mind taking care of the guinea pigs at all. I don't mind cleaning their cages. I don't mind taking care of them. I wish I could take care of them better. I wish they were mine and I had the capability of taking care of them. I've come to better understanding of my limitations, and it would be bad for the guinea pigs, and I don't want them to suffer. Not that it would be me doing anything horrible, or they'd end up being stabbed with bamboo spikes or anything. No, I just mean my world is smaller than adding them to my world would be. Here I am able to take care of this, add the guinea pigs to it, and it's out here. And then everything starts to get stretched, and I'm already stretched. So it would not be fair to me, it would not be fair to the guinea pigs. I mean, even now, I need to change the cages down there, so. But, anyway though, let me get back to, I think I was talking about the heat. Because it is hot. Yesterday it got really hot. I had a lot of falling asleep issues on top of not going walkies. And the heat situation was worse because I could not keep that door open. Every time any explosive firework went off, my kitty cat wanted out of the room. Which I don't blame her. These things hurt. they're not good for animals. So I tried in a lot of ways to have that door open a little bit so I could have some sort of fan action going on. And no, if there was any crack at all. I mean, it even took a while for her to stop trying to get through the door when I just had a fan in the room with the door shut. And she was trying to go through the fan so that she could get out thinking the door was open. So it was a great day for the poor kitty. I was not mad at her. Yeah, I mean, it was a bad situation, and she was doing things that were not making me happy. But it wasn't her fault. So I couldn't get mad at her. It's the situation. Getting mad at her only would have made it worse because she's already hurting and scared. And then to add me being mad at her on top of that, how is she supposed to understand that? Wild animals understand a lot more than we know. And this is a situation where every year, and I talk about this a lot, every year I have looked back on the previous year and gone, wow, I was still sleepwalking through life. I'm glad I'm more awake now. And that's been every year looking back. Only in the past couple months have I been able to fully understand, and even not now, even not as much as I would think, because I've just discovered it and learning how much Amelia knows. I mean, I know she's a smart cat. She has been incredibly smart. She has saved other cats when she was younger. They were trapped, and she would not leave that area alone until people came to come over and see why she wouldn't leave it alone. Discovered that other cats were trapped in there, and they were saved because of that. She's a smart cat. She knows what she's doing. And it's only semi-recently, within the past month, that I've noticed just which word she understands. Because she will be looking at me. I'm looking to see where she is. I think she's curled up on a chair over there. She will look at me, and I will say things like, Amelia, eat. And she will just go, tick, and then turn and start to eat. Just little phrases, little words that she knows and understands. And really, it's only now I'm understanding that part of how smart she is. So, I wish I had discovered it earlier, because she's 20 years old, and the average lifespan of cats is like 16. So, her being 20, I'm glad she's still here. And then I being 60, well, I wish I was younger too. But with her, I mean, if it had been younger, I mean, it would have been before I'd even been involved. And then would I even been able to have understood? Say it happened before my wife even died. I wouldn't have been able to even see it because of the grief and mourning that was just cycling in on my head as I was watching my wife die. And I'm talking over a span of years, not even days. So while my wife was alive, because we lived where we lived across the street from our in-laws, and the in-laws had the kitty cats. And so Amelia would come over to our house and spend a lot of time with us and sleep with us. When I say sleep with us, sleep in our furniture in our house. I mean, a lot, to the point it was like, do we need to get a cat box? And then when I lost the house and had to live in my in-laws' garage, as soon as she discovered that, she spent her time down in my room. To the point that I had a food and water dish, and I was, about to get a cat box because she spent so much time down there. And then, of course, she followed me here And now she's been with me, and I wouldn't have been able to understand any of it because of the state of mind I was in. So I just try my best to appreciate her now. I have a brush, and I brush her, and I hold her in my lap and brush her, and she really likes the brush, and it's a good thing. So thumbs up for that. But because of all the things that were happening and the pressure of the fireworks, she wanted out. So I had to shut the door just with a fan in the room and the fan in the window. And it was blistering, and I kept falling asleep. I do not do well in heat. It was a little better when I went to bed. I had every single fan on, 4 of them, on high. So I was able to sleep. My arm did spasm, but because of the way I had it hooked on the pillow, it jerked the pillow with it as it spasmed while I slept, and so it stayed up on the pillow. And as you'll see, I am still waving it around in the air like I just don't care. Now, I'm still going to have to be careful. It feels really sore through here, and I can feel it through here. And boy, this arm over here was just hurting so bad from sleeping on it for 6 hours without moving. When my arm spasms, that's the only time my body moves when I sleep. When I set my arm up like this to go to sleep, it is in that position when I wake up. My head is in the same position. My legs and feet are in the same position. I don't move. Oh, that is so sore making. There's a better word than sore making. But I am so sore when I wake up just because I don't move. Ugh. So at least it got cooler, and it's supposed to be at least as hot, if not hotter today. Hopefully, nobody's going to be firing off any fireworks, so I can get the door over here opened up more than it is now. Right now, it's just open a little tiny bit with the fan on outside of it. I want to do what I like to do, which is prop the entire fan in the door so the door is open as wide as the box fan, and then of course have to put things outside just to keep the kitty cat from jumping on that and through. Problem is, she was trying to dig through all of that yesterday, so I couldn't do that. But hopefully I can get it done today. That would be a very, very good thing. But oy vey, I do not do heat well at all. As much as I do not like being cold, I function in cold so much better. When it is cold outside, I can think. I can move. I do things. I am active. When it comes out here like this, I'm lucky if I don't fall asleep all day. I am not constitutionally set up for the world that we are going into because of climate change. Oh boy. Past that, I do want to talk a little bit about some of the creative stuff. Yesterday I wanted to talk about the characters that I'd had in a previous setting. I'd mentioned that there was the underground fungal-based elves. There are the above-ground horse-riding nomadic dwarves. And then, of course, there are the people of the Calendris, where 100 years ago, what is actually basically a nanoplague, but a magical zombie plague broke out in the Calendris, and everybody died. All 4 million people up there bitten and turned into flesh-destroying zombies. Well, they weren't flesh-destroying. You bite, and that kills the person you bite, so you run on to bite someone else. And then the person that you bit and killed gets up, and they go searching for someone to bite. And so it spread fast, and everybody died. But 100 years later, 1% of the people, about every year or so, are waking up and becoming sentient and sapient. Skarbat, Milliander, and Ulchenka are, of course, the 3 dwarf the Calendrus and Elven Dwarf. Meleander being the Elven fungal elf. Good God. I love gabapentin. I love having ADHD. Skarbat, the dwarf. Meleander, the elf. And Ulchenka, they look human, of course, because they used to be until they were all bitten, died, and all their flesh rotted off. But she is just a human skeleton that is animated by the zombie plague, the magic of the zombie plague, the nanobots. And through the time that they've been together, and when Ulchenka first woke up, Skarbat was in the Calendrus. Just happened to be in one of the places where they will warehouse the inactive or feral skeletal remains that are still there. And then when if some wake up, there are little things set up so that if you want to find out what's going on, you try to climb up so you can look down and around. They have things set up because the regular feral and all that don't even look at these. They wander around them. And whenever somebody does go up on it, that's somebody that's woke up. And Ulchenka wakes up there and just is absolutely fascinated by Skarbat. And then a couple days later, after the orientation that every person that wakes up is given, they are set free to be just a normal citizen of their nation. And she seeks out Skarbat because she was so fascinated just by him when she woke up, imprinted on him basically. And they became a team, and then picked up Meleander, and then Meleander and Skarbat, and they were all just going out and adventuring across the land. And Skarbat and Ulchenka were slowly falling in love. Now, Meleander has never become a third wheel. They're always going to be friends and go out adventuring. But Skarbat and Ulchenka are deeply falling in love. Which, I think I've mentioned how inside of their heads they sound and talk normal. But when they speak, for some reason, they have this accent, and so when they speak, it's the way, what the words are in their head do not come out the way they wish those words would come out, and it can be frustrating if they're trying to say things and it just doesn't work. And when Ulchenka is trying to say her name, and it says Ulch, which is very frustrating for them because they don't even talk with anything, since their jaws are laced and wired shut over their grills because they have their teeth removed, because even though they're sentient, the plague is still spread through bite, and that plague is still active. And if you're going to go out and amongst people who aren't from the Calendrus, you have to be rendered so that you can't spread the plague. So your teeth come out and are replaced with a grill that is decorative and it's laced shut. But when they speak, they still speak. And it is when Ulchenka is in front of a mirror just trying to say her name the way it sounds in her head, that's when Skarbat tells her that he paid somebody, he got books, he has been learning, and he is able to say her name the way she hears it in her head, Ulchenka. Not this harsh Ulchenka. That's the way it comes out, but in her head it's still Ulchenka. And Skarbat learns how to say that, and because it's in the language of the Calendrus, where everybody's dead and nobody speaks it, the only people that speak it are the people of the Calendrus, and that's just in here. Everything comes out in a common language. with this bloody accent on top of it that they just can't get rid of. Some people it's very minor and it doesn't bother them all that much, and some people it is so thick it's very hard to understand them. But it's odd because again they're just skeletons and their jaws don't even move. But when Skarbat learns how to say Ulchenka and to say I love you in that language, and that just really cements it. I mean, they were in love before, but that is just, between the two of them, they became really tight. So how are they going to deal with this? After all, they can't do what normal people would do. She's bones. Dried, coarse, dead bone. Just skeletal remains. Not even of his species. There is nothing that the two of them can do that normal people would do when they're in love. So that's a whole can of worms right there. So yeah, even though I am major league dealing with the cryptids, the inside, the outside, the Razor's Edge, the Kaiju, the Crimson Kingdom, all the various individuals that are running around in these places, I still think about these characters because they're still part of the same setting. They're just in a different universe, just in a different a soap bubble in the Ungabe. And the Ungabe is, once again, it's, if you think about the multiverse as like a big bath of bubble bath stuff that's just bubbles everywhere. The Ungabe is the soap. The is the space inside the bubble. And the Ungabe just separates from each other like an insulating material. It is infinite in size because it is inside the entirety of the multiverse. So it's an odd place, and there are things that live in there, and there are things that you can find in there, and Dread Amaterasu is very, very careful when she has to enter into the Ungabe, because it is so strange and unusual, it is intensely dangerous if you are not careful. Especially when there are things out there that are hungry. And of course, I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments on my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank however many people have left me comments in the past 24 hours. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. So let me call up my oh so wonderful program of Chrome. We have It's Roulette, thumbs up and thank you. Jason Cunningham. You're playing, I think it's Thief. I can't tell, I can't remember by looking at the footage you had, but while that one's a good one, you should play the others, but just be prepared. They are brutal, very brutal and unforgiving, and long. Oh my god, some of these levels can take hours. So they're brutal, they're rough, they're fun. And thank you very much. We have Jesse Koskinen, always good to see you in the comments. And my arm is getting better, that's a very good thing, and thank you for watching to the end, it is appreciated. Chris Ryan, thumbs up, thank you very much. And oh boy, the fourth. Adam Chan's, thumbs up, thank you. We have Cook. I can't read it from this distance. COOK LEOFDOOM. Thumbs up, thank you. Poo Poo PP. How about that? Thank you. My three sons, greatly appreciated. Made in Canada. Thumbs up and thank you very, very much. 77 to Arcturus. Oh my god. I'm 77 to Arcturus. Gabapentin is so much fun. 77 Arcturus. Thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. Good to see you in the comments. Thumbs up. And we have Adonis Rivera. Thumbs up, thank you very, very much. And there is Scott, greatly appreciated. Geek? Get not even close. Oaks? How did I get geeks out of that? Oaks, thumbs up and thank you much. And Tori Benlaws, I hope, greatly appreciated. Thumbs up, thank you much. And that is it. Greatly appreciated. Thumbs up, thank you much. Greatly appreciated. I said that twice. Oh my God. So, hopefully I'm going to be able to get my brain working properly again. What are the odds of that? Pretty low. I'm actually feeling kind of dizzy right now from the gabapentin too. Yay! You gotta love vertigo. Not really. It's kind of an odd feeling. I don't like it. Especially since it feels like my blood pressure is really low, except I know my blood pressure is not really low. It's fun to be physical, isn't it? It's great to be organic. Well, I'm going to try and get done the things that I would need to get done. I've got to get in contact with our local hospital so I can start up the whole charity care thing for the care I've been having, like the MRI and such, because I can't pay for any of this, but they also have paths so that you can have it written off, and then of course they can write it off. So I gotta get that done, otherwise, it's off to collections, and that's not good. Now hopefully you can get done the things that you need to get done. That would be very cool, but of course don't beat yourself up if you can't. We're all just organic beings. We do what we can do. Don't beat yourself up for it. You're just gonna make yourself feel bad. And hey, the last time you beat yourself up, did it help you do it better this time? No. So how is beating yourself up going to make it better next time? It's not. You're just hurting yourself through a pattern. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you again. I will see you on the flip side. How could I even forget that? I've said that for like years. My brain today. So, thumbs up for that. Yay! Yay! Now I gotta turn this back on again. Turns off after I don't know how long. Sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes 20. Microcontroller. Thumbs up. Anyway, you take care.